More arrests today outside the Immigration and Customs Enforcement building in Southwest Portland as police and protesters end up in a big fight. It is 5 o'clock. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jeff Gianola.
And I'm Gabrielle Carroll in for Jennifer Hoff. Protesters and police in a violent confrontation as ICE protesters try and stop a van from leaving, possibly with a detainee inside. Our Lisa Balick's been covering the protests for the past 3 weeks. She joins us live with the latest. Lisa?
Yeah, I just talked with one of the men who was released. He was one of the 8 that was arrested here. He tells me he was hit multiple times with pepper spray balls. Why don't you take a look at the scene right now? Bancroft's still closed off here, but it was a violent confrontation here this morning. Take a look. Chaos out front of the ICE building this morning as about a dozen protesters linked arms trying to prevent what they say was a transport van from leaving with an immigrant detainee. They were warned, then pushed by federal police, who swarmed in to unblock the driveway. Quickly, federal force escalates as protesters either lay down or resisted moving away. Police say some were throwing objects. The police then started firing pepper spray balls.
He literally rushed and threw somebody right on the ground, and then there were 3 guys with pepper balls that just started shooting rapid fire. There were probably 70 shots with pepper balls fired at close range.
One protester who looked like he was trying to pull someone out of the confrontation ended up getting body slammed by an officer and then tased. Pepper spray also widely used by officers to push more protesters back.
I was ordered off the street, and so I moved back on our little piece of sidewalk. Actually, it's all our sidewalk. That's public. And so there was a group of us standing behind where, according to them, we weren't supposed to cross.
The federal police detained 8 of the protesters. Weeks ago, they had warned about arrests if protesters continued to block access to the driveway and the front of the building. It was business as usual, though, for the rest of the day here, as we saw more than a dozen families going into the immigration building for scheduled appointments. Mid-afternoon, we finally saw one of the protesters as they were released from federal custody. Tension between the camp and the federal officers is growing. Now, again, you're taking a live look at closed down Southwest Bancroft, causing a lot of problems for commuters trying to get home. Now, another protester told me he was held along with the others inside the holding facility right here at ICE. We'll have more on that coming up tonight at 6.